Hello and welcome to Best of the Bottom, where bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. I'm the Reverend JP. This is,
Damn.
and yeah, we're unmuted. But we have been on a little hiatus. We're back. Um, might be tonight. Might have a Halloween special next week. There's some things in limbo. So bear with us as the world changes around us. And, we'll see what happens as the future rolls on. But here on Best of Bottom, we drink bottom shelf booze because we're bottom class people. And then we give everything a review. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's meh, it doesn't matter. And then we talk about whatever else floats our boat. This week, gonna get into some Kanye stuff. Probably gonna get into the when we were young stuff. Get into Bang. Actually, that's gonna be booze in the news because we have booze in the news. So we're gonna get into the stuff going on with Bang energy drink. I know it's not booze, but it ties in. I got words to say about the whole spiel. And we also have a Florida Man segment. But before we officially get this train off the tracks, it's time for the bag of doom. In this bag, there's random shot. We reach into this bag and we confront our destiny. And as per usual, Diane, you shall reach across the interweb and choose your fate.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going around in there. Feeling something special. Okay.
Ed.
It is a double whammy. Whatever.
I also have a double whammy. How does that happen? I don't know. The gods are for or against us. I don't know. Who knows? But somebody knows that's not me or you. I swear. It's not a ruse. But Diane,
Yes.
I guess let's do a cheers to all those emo kids that are reaching their 30s and 40s. To use guys.
To use guys.
All right.
One of us.
One of us. One of us. One of us. One of us. Ah!
Yeah, I should have done it after the chant. That was when motivation was most high. I fucked up. Now I'm not feeling it. These double shots are like rough on my tummy. I really have a hard time taking them.
Oh, that was not. I'm ready for that. Since 3 weeks off, I haven't really drank much for those 3 weeks. Like on my birthday, I did have 6 of the White Claw surges.
And you're
uh,
drinking wine. That's not been great on my stomach either.
True.
Okay.
So,
I believe in us. I believe in us.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
Yuck. Oh, thank you.
Hey! Mel Frizzle's here. Subscriber of 22 months. Hey, look, we're back. I'm back. Oh, fuck. I know what's going on.
What?
My monitor computer. I didn't have the sound completely off. This whole time, I thought somebody was outside my window mocking us. Because I would say something, and then I would hear just slightly off in the distance somebody saying the exact same thing
Is
I
that what it's like living with your children?
yeah, I just felt like somebody standing outside my window mocking me do this podcast. My feelings were starting to get hurt. I was like, "What the fuck, bro?"
I'm doing my best.
Oh,
I'm
now
sorry
I've
if you can
started
like
taking
hear my mouth.
responsibility, huh?
Like I feel nervous because like that shot is like gross, and I keep wanting to just like, but I'm also like the microphone is right here, so
Just wait. I got those meat seltzers coming.
oh Jesus.
I've I've successfully I have successfully been gifted a soda making machine. It's not Soda Stream. It's a different brand and it's got bigger bottles and larger CO2 cartridges. So,
Bombs are now on the table. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah. So now we are going to create the meat seltzers that I've seen photos for that I don't think exist. Oscar Mayer meat seltzers. We're gonna do bologna. We're gonna do ham. We might even do olive loaf. I don't know. The sky's the
Well,
limit.
I feel like if we're gonna do a lot of things, Olive Loaf has to be up there.
Oh, definitely. We'll
Like
definitely do an olive loaf.
all the weird stuff, like not all
Maybe
the
like
weird stuff. We can't spend a bunch of money making meat seltzers. Like this will be a
it could be a multi-series event.
all right.
We could make like a proper Thanksgiving seltzer. We could make, summertime picnic seltzers or cookout seltzers, barbecue ribs.
Oh God, Justin, that sounds awful.
Barbecue ribs.
I have to get up for a second. Sorry, my cat is at the window.
Oh,
They have no way to.
excuse Diane. Well,
Excuse
she gets
me.
let the cat in.
Now that it's cold, he can't stay out there very long. So,
But what we're going to be reviewing tonight, here shortly. I found these in Phoenix. They're Sun Ice. They're like
no.
Adult Creek Capri Suns. I was very excited when I saw these, and I purchased a whole bunch, and I brought some back.
Sorry.
Tobin Bell is coming back for the new Saw movie. I haven't seen the first Saw movie, to be honest with you.
What?
I haven't seen the first Saw movie.
Well, I haven't seen it in a while. I was gonna say honestly, it all runs together, but I haven't seen them in a while.
I don't know. I just haven't seen them. Like in the beginning, I was indifferent. And now that they're on like Saw 69, nice. It just, I don't know. Just haven't gotten back to it. Just haven't. I don't know. Guess I don't care.
The first time I watched them, I watched the first 4 because that's all that was out.
But
And I
honestly,
was impressed.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big horror person. I might be a horror person, but I'm not a horror person. Can't end the stream now. Barely come back. I mean, there's a chance I'll watch them eventually. I finally watched Jeepers Creepers last year. I finally seen the whole thing.
Should have watched it before we found out so much about that one guy.
Which one guy?
I don't know, one of the guys who has something to do with Jeepers Creepers ended up being kind of a pedophile or something like that.
Oh. I don't know. I guess there's so much pedophile news. He just, I don't know.
Is that a new segment? No, please no.
I might have to censor that out for YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry. What should I have said?
I don't
I'm
know.
not gonna say what, but is
I
that the
said it
clinical
too.
term for it?
Huh?
Is that the clinical term for it, pedophile?
Yes, but YouTube
Then why
doesn't like
can't
it
I say it?
because
I'm
YouTube doesn't
confused.
like it because I don't know politics. And
I mean, I
I
guess
blame
let's not
it's
talk about
honestly it's Donald
pedophiles,
Trump's
but
fault. It's Trump's fault what it comes down to. It's the whole conservative party because they are, just it's that whole situation.
I'm like, okay, I don't.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm putting blame on people I don't like. that's that's also what it comes down to. But they probably all are.
But yes, I, no.
Uh, how do I do a good segue into this? Because I just realized the Florida man that I found. I really like unicorns. Speaking of unicorns, let's get to this week's. Let's get.
Justin, with a transition like that, you should have just started it. I don't
I,
think that counts as a transition.
my problem is my mouse isn't working. Oh, there it goes. I like unicorns. Speaking of unicorns, it's time for this week's adventures of Florida Man. You see, in the Florida Man segment, I read a Florida Man headline and I just make up the story. Okay. I feel like the Cosmos might have done me wrong on this. On this week's Adventures of Florida Man, Florida Man couldn't let it go, arrested after having sex with a stuffed, frozen Olaf doll at Target. All right. On this week's Adventures of Florida Man, Florida Man couldn't let it go, arrested after having sex with a stuffed frozen Olaf doll at Target. You see, this Florida man was at Target because he didn't want to deal with the kind of people that go to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. I'm the kind of person that goes to Walmart. So does all of the Everglades and Florida and Biloxi. You know what? A lot of people go to Walmart. And if you feel like being classy or just not dealing with people in pajamas with their butt cracks hanging out, you go to Target. You know what I'm saying? We all know what I'm saying. Well, this Florida man was feeling extra bougie. He had a great weekend. The profits were a plentiful from peddling his pseudoephedrine made products. Pseudoephedrine starts with a P, and alliteration was the closest thing I could get to an amphetamine. So, pseudoephedrine. This Florida man had plentiful profits after peddling his wares on the pavilion on Pensacola Pier. Suffered succotash. And he was feeling extra bougie that day. Not too bougie. You know, look, not too bougie. He's going to be going to I don't know, Aldi's or uh, some other fancy retail box store. This ain't Rodeo Drive. This is Fort Lauderdale. But he was feeling that extra booze. You know what I'm saying? You're cashed up bogan. You're hitting the town. You got the mullet going. You got the Daisy Dukes. You got the wife beater. You're just strutting your stuff. You just went to your cousin Jared's back office, aka the tool shed, and you got yourself some fresh guitar string ink on your knuckles saying Swamp Life. You got the S and the W crammed together on the pinky because you realized as you got there that one's a 5-letter word, the other one's a 4. But you made it work and you hit that shit up. Good old Jared hooked you up fat. You couldn't afford old English, so you got Comic Sans. And you're just rocking. You're strutting your stuff out there on whatever the main boulevard is in Fort Lauderdale. You hit that target, you're feeling yourself. You're just feeling life. But then you realized you just got subscribed to 4 hymns. Not a sponsor. Or other mail order dick pic pills. Dick pills. Dick pic pills. Dick pills. You got your mail order prescription. Whatever it may be. And you're just feeling life. And you realized you popped 3 of them bad boys on your way here. Why? I don't know. The mood felt right. And you decide, you know what? I need to expand my toy collection. The new wrestling figs are out. You want to get your toy fed going, and you're just feeling life. And then all of a sudden, life starts feeling you a little too hard. But while you're down that plushie aisle, because it's right next to the action figure aisle, you don't know why they set up that way, but they did. And the Olaf looks at you, and suddenly it strikes you. Olaf's got a pretty mouth. And then you realize, you remember that time. It was your anniversary, and you asked the missus to do that little special thing. She got the ice cubes out and started going to town on the wing wang. And you thought, well, he got the pretty mouth. He's a little frosty. Let's see what it's like. And you go to town. You go to town like it is, your name is Jackie Brown. Life is good. Life is grand. Suddenly here comes Todd. You remember Todd. He batted you out in 3rd grade for that time when, you know, the tree. And he saw you. He was aghast. He recognized you and he realized all those wedgies on the toilet bowl swirlies, especially that one time after little Bobby B had the worst case of gas station burrito, and you got the worst, grossest swirly of your life. You got known as Turd Boy the rest of your days. That good old Everglade Elementary. I don't know if that's a real place. Maybe it is. I have no idea. And you and Todd. Sorry. Kindergarten flashbacks came back. It was a rough time. The rest of Fortunate Son just completely broke out of my head. All I could hear is helicopters whirling. Just like that. And that's when it happened. Snapped. He couldn't help it. And he tackled him and called the authority. Todd was seeking his vengeance. For he was Turtle Turd Todd. Because he sucked at running. He's really slow. Turtle Turd Todd. All the way up. So you got your master's degree at Harvard. Yes, the word spread fast. Just because he happened in the South didn't mean travel to the North. There was photos. It was on Twitter. It was bad. But you got your revenge. Florida man down. And he was in mid-go when he let it. It was easy to take down. He was cross-eyed. He was biting his lip. He was screaming for Belle. Delphine. And from that day forward, he was locked up somewhere in the south of Florida. The urethra of America. Yeah?
I was like, is that the end?
I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. That's the end.
Cool.
Thoughts?
What a life, you know? You know? I'd say who are they hurting, but like how many children walked by?
I don't know. The only thing I know was Todd came by and he had flashbacks. It was ugly.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
Well, you know, what are you gonna do?
Things got really
I guess.
They were sideways, they were upside down, they were crooked. It was not good for anybody.
Oh, doesn't sound like it.
So, anyways, it is time for our beverage of the evening. There are two flavors. Right now, I have a watermelon in my hand. It's so nice. Except I picked these up at a Walmart in a Target in Phoenix. Not Target, a Walmart. For I did not care about Christmas pajamas with wings out to the side. There it is. So these are like a Capri Sun for adults, basically. But a little bit different. I tore the top off. You tear the top off. And then it's like a zipper pouch. And it comes with this little straw that telescopes.
All right. Already too complicated. The telescopes.
And then you put it in here. Like this. See? It's in there. And then you...
I was looking forward to stabbing this thing. Oh, like an actual Capri Sun. Mine's already... I should have taken the straw off first.
Well, I had the same thoughts. Because I feel like there should be a stabby hole. But then I realized, one, is telescopes. It telescopes. Two, you don't know how many you are at when you get time. Like maybe the first time, of course, I feel like this might be more complicated. But I feel like the first time when you got to do stabby stuff, you're good. But imagine you've had several of these and you got to do stabby stuff. Somebody might lose an eye.
This is fun though. Can you imagine you're at a party, you're listening to somebody talk about their they're on their 70th boring story that goes nowhere, and you just got this to sit there and just be like, yep. At this point, you just open the baggie and you chug it, and then you play like this as an instrument of like, all right.
That's good too. It's a good fiddle stick.
Mm-hmm.
But let's give this the
Play
old
sea
college.
captain. Ahoy!
We got seagulls afoot.
Some shit on the horizon.
So this is spiked refreshments watermelon smash by Sun Ice, and they got a lowercase I, so you know they use an iPhone.
Oops, I opened
They
the
ain't
wrong
fucking-
one.
You open the lychee one.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. These ones are super sticky, so I just chose the one that was not sticky.
Yeah, they are sticky. All of them are sticky. So the one that I have, I didn't realize somebody had opened a little bit and taken a taste, and it spilled all over the mini fridge in here. So there's like maybe a half a bag or a quarter bag left of one, and a bunch of sticky bullshit in my fridge that I have yet to deal with. I wasn't aware of it, but when I put it in the fridge.
Bigger side in, right? I imagine.
No, smaller side in.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
I mean-
maybe actually, you might be onto something.
Am I?
Yeah, because if you're sucking, you're going to be pulling this up and you're going to keep a seal. So you know what, Diane? You might have discovered something. That's why you're the smart one and I'm the pretty one.
Thank you. I live my whole life for intellectual validation. Because I'm a female. I can no longer rely on my beauty.
But I will.
Yeah. Till you're probably about 70, and then people will start going, all right, this guy's creepy.
That's true. All right, I need your thoughts.
These taste like nothing.
Okay. So it's time for me to level with you. I already drank several of these because I got so excited. So we went to the Walmart in Phoenix and I saw these pouches, and immediately I was hit with a rush of nostalgia. And I just thought about all those times drinking out of Capri Sun. Because this is very Capri Sun like. I mean, there's other adult beverages in pouches, but there are none that like have this real Capri Sun vibe to it. And I got excited. I showed the lovely Dominique. She got excited. Mandy, the ex-wife, was there. She got excited. So we were all like, let's drink these bitches. So I grabbed a whole bunch. And later that evening, we were swimming. It was fun. It was chilling. We broke into our pouches. We all took a drink and went, well, that was disappointing. Like, the flavor I get from these, it's like somebody tried to make like jungle juice or some sort of like super strong, heavily alcohol based beverage. Like you were pouring all kinds of watermelon shit and vodka, tequila. You were pouring everything in that cooler. And everybody's drinking. You got more people turned out than you expected. They're chugging that stuff down. There's like just a nice, about this much room left at the bottom. Maybe this much left of actually alcohol, and the rest is just solid ice. And we decide, we're gonna save that and bottle it. So you have all this random stuff and all this melted ice because you woke up in the morning, it was buried up in the beach. There was just enough ice to where it was cold. You took a drink, and you're like, "Oh, this wasn't as good as I remembered last night." But you know what? Fuck it. My friends will drink it. So you divide it up evenly. You put it in pouches. You think it's a fun time. Everybody sips into it, and they're like, "Oh, fuck. This is some watered down bullshit, isn't it?" That's how I feel.
It's 100% jungle juice somebody made. You showed up late to the party. It's all ice water. like with a little bit of the dye from the thing that was in it before. You think it's a
And
real drink, but it's all water.
hello, Shiru,
Hello,
or
Shiro.
do you go Shiro? Do you go with the X's too, or just Shiro? Ah, hello, thank you for joining us. Shiro works. Thank you. I appreciate it. For
She's the reason I have these wonderful headphones right now.
there's still some shot left in here. Why did I do that?
What did you do? Did you snort it? Because you
I
gotta
know I took that
sometimes
last little
tame the
bit.
child
It
in
hit
you
me
and
sideways.
just not.
Uh, oh. Uh, that was a bad idea. I don't know why I did just the way I did it.
What did you do?
It like
I
hit me in
looked
the back of
down.
the throat funny and it burned.
Oh,
I wasn't prepared for it.
that's because you talk too
Ugh.
much shit. It was like, what did you say about me being shitty jungle juice?
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like you decide to get a drink out of a leftover jungle juice container. Then all the ice is melted out and water that shit way down. That's what this tastes like.
Yeah, that's the best. I think that's, as you were saying that, I was like, yes, I already know. Yes.
That's exactly what this tastes like. Ugh.
He was like, just to let you know, it's going to taste different than you think. And I'm just like, that's 100% correct. You are correct because I thought it was going to taste like something.
I thought it was going to be too sweet, actually.
Yeah, yeah, because most things have so much sugar in it and it tastes like hangover. Like too sweet. Everything's too sweet.
Depends this weekend. Yeah, this is. But I was really disappointed. Because we were floating around in a lovely pool. And if we could have had some like delicious ice cold margarita pouches, it'd have been so perfect. It'd have been delightful. It'd have been just
Do you know what this needs?
what?
More ice. Turn it into water.
Yeah, just you know.
Just turn it into water. It literally tastes
This might
like
have
a
this week.
Kool-Aid packet without any sugar, but a ton of water added to that.
Oh no, Propel has way too much flavor compared to this. Propel's like 10 times more flavored than this is. Like you literally, they captured the perfect watered down flavor in here. I feel like this was actually left over. Who bottles this?
I feel like, should I have shaken these or something? Like it tastes like nothing.
I know.
Is that good or bad? I'm kind of like, I feel like this should say may contain alcohol. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're not sure.
And I can't tell if that's good or bad because I also don't like. I mean, it's 5%, so I
Oh,
guess
no.
it's not the craziest thing in the world.
Sun Ice Beverages Company is its own entity. They're not part of something. That's even worse.
She knocked up. Oh,
What?
nothing.
Oh. What? No, that's a Canadian company. Okay. Oh, I know it needs to be.
Nymeria Tiberius Snart.
I'm trying to find the actual website here. What? That is not what this is. This is taken to me a Canadian snow skiing company.
There we go.
Snow
Snow
skiing apparel.
skiing and Capri Suns. What? That sounds like the most.
Oh, I know why. I forgot. It's drink sun ice. Because just Sun Ice is a Canadian apparel company. Oh, here it is. I found it. We got it. We're good. Look at this. Here it is. Oh. Oh, okay. Hey, party people. Let's make some noise. I don't know. It ends in whoop. There it is. Whoop. There it is. Sorry. Hey, party people. I know it's tag team. We're back again. Which, to be honest, I think that was their first single. So, can I be back again if you're barely getting noticed? Maybe. They could have been around longer. I don't know. I could be wrong. It depends. Are they referencing their local popularity? Because if they are, that's cool. But at the same time, the rest of the world doesn't know your stuff. But here's your flavors: triple tropic twist, mango lychee, passion tiki eclipse, watermelon margarita. Word on the watermelon margarita. Ice cold.
In my head, I was like, shall I or shall you? And then you beat me to it.
Well, either way, like, this is what I was expecting my face to be. This is what it turned out to be. A brooding emo goth Batman. That's how I felt. This is what I expected.
Wow.
They summed it up perfectly on the website. Little did we know. I guess I should hit the Google machine before I got the beverage. But we're here. We're gonna drink it. We're gonna deal with it.
How many did you drink while on vacation?
I don't know.
Justin, I hate these. I mean, I dropped it. If I was drinking any other drink, it would have gone everywhere. But I hate these.
It tastes like flat pink lemonade that was left in your Arby's cup overnight.
Mine were already sticky, so my hands are already sticky. And then I just dropped it and it's all sticky again. So it's so much sticky. And these things, when I opened it, the seal opened as I opened it because I open everything like I don't know how to open anything. Well, just the power of the gods every time.
That's because of this one. Oh, it's even got the straw in there. I didn't notice that. Somebody tried it and went, "Oh, damn, this sucks."
But it's just too sticky. It's too sticky. I don't want to feel like a child covered in sticky stuff.
I don't either. I don't.
That's one of the first things. I'm glad, you're a child. For some reason, you're always sticky, and then you grow up and you go, "Why am I sticky? That's gross."
Oh, I hated being sticky.
I don't know when I decided not to be sticky anymore. But as a child, I know it was sticky for
oh, you
a small
were.
period.
I'm not gonna, okay. As a child, you were always sticky. I don't know what you were always putting your hands in, but every time you'd hold my hand when we're crossing the street, and it was like sticking my hand in a pool of gumballs that were half chewed.
You're welcome. But
I don't know why you were always sticky, but you always.
I think that's just a phase you go through as a child. Maybe you're molting or something.
I hated being sticky my entire life. I mean, you were, but like I was always like when my
maybe I knew that, and I was just like, "Come here."
I'm like a cat getting Scotch tape on it. I'm just like, I hate it. I hate it. But you know what? It is time for, because we're behind schedule.
Sorry.
Booze in the news. This week's booze in the news. It's not technically booze news, but it is booze in the news. Because if you know, Bang came out with a hard seltzer, and Bang energy drink was an energy drink that I preferred because it had absurd levels of caffeine. Bang was made by the same people that made Redline. And Redline is a place when you can't get meth, you get Redline. The palpitations are in your future when you drink too much Redline. So Bang energy drink came around. They are made by, was it? Oh, that's the Florida Man one. Sorry. It's made by Vital Pharmaceuticals Inc. They tend to make like pre-workouts and fitness stuff, but one of the early things was Redline. Redline was the first thing they came out with, and it was in a small vial. You can find them every once in a while, but I think they were stronger when they're first released. But either way, they were so strong, lawsuits were created. And I think you can find it still now. I find it every once in a while, but slightly reformulated and it's changed up a bit. Um, but it ain't playing. It ain't playing. Like I may have taken at least 5 years off of my lifespan each one of these that I've drank. I don't know. We'll find out. There we go. But I loved drinking the Bang energy drinks, particularly because they had Rainbow Unicorn and the Candy Apple Crisp. Those are my flavors.
So that's what the unicorn segue was for.
Yes.
And we never got to it.
That's exactly what it's for.
Yeah, this is Nymeria. Her full name, Nymeria Tiberius Snart. All my cats have full names. Snart. She's named after Game of Thrones because her mom was Arya.
Stark?
No, Snart.
Oh, Snart?
Leonard Snart. She what the fuck? Captain Cold.
What?
She's Nymeria from Game of Thrones, Tiberius from James T. Kirk, and Snart from Captain Cold.
Huh. Oh. I didn't get to my rant. God damn it. I've had this rant for 3 years, Diane. 3 years. 3 weeks. It's felt like years.
And I just didn't care. When I first heard it, I was gonna give you so much shit about it. So, I was gonna send it to you and be like, "Hey, Justin, bang."
But as some of you may remember, we reviewed Bang seltzers, hard seltzers, in the past, and they were only 5% ABV, but yet their energy drinks got like 300 milligrams of caffeine. That is pre-workout levels. Like, it was legit. I would go through like 4 or 5 bangs in a day because it had the caffeine that I needed. I had a serious caffeine addiction because I was cut off from my Adderall because my blood pressure got too high, and I think the bangs made it worse. I'm not sure. But either way, I was coping because of ADHD situations. So stimulants don't hit me the way most mortal men. And I would drink a bunch of bangs, but the problem is caffeine starts giving you headaches and such. Exactly. I keep hitting the microphone.
Boo, 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 boo.
Double dooms. But I would go through so much Bangs. And so when I heard Bang was making hard seltzer, and we had already had 99 hard seltzers. We already had 99 hard seltzers. I was expecting Bang to bring the heat. I mean, at least at a minimum 8%. White Claw has surges. They have White Claws that are 8%. And Bang, you came all soft like a limp little wanker. Just a little bitty weenie, limp as a stale fish. And you came at me and you brought this 5%. That is standard booze equivalents. These Sun Ices are 5% ABV. And you know what? These is watered down jungle juice from a night or two after the party, and you decided you wanted to take a little sip, see what it's like, and you realize, oh, fuck, this has been in there too long. It's watered down as fuck. Is that mold I'm tasting? I'm not sure. But either way, you take a sip, it's gross. You dump it out, you kill the rose bushes. That's what this has. That's the vibe that this is bringing. I'm down with watermelon.
Yeah, honestly, it's cute for 2 seconds to have a pouch, but you should stab it in first of all. They're 5%. If you're too drunk to be stabbing a thing through a 5% bag of whatever. Although, I'll be honest, as a child, I was pretty sure I was sober. I stabbed through those Capri Suns all day, every day. So I guess it's a matter of aggression, but
Yeah. I don't know. But either way, we're
these
back
have
to the
gotten
booze
me
and the
so
news.
sticky that I'm kind of over it. The whole point of Capri Suns is so your kids aren't covered.
Don't get sticky.
Yeah, and this whole thing is like made to make adults sticky.
Okay, but the stickiness is different. It's because they were pre-stickified. Because remember, this one spilled out at least half of what it had in contents.
Oh yeah, so it was sticky on the outside before, but I got the one that wasn't sticky. And as I opened it, it opened because you have to tear a thing off. That opened my bag, so when I ripped that off, it spilt me with stickiness anyway. So
Okay.
it's gross. I hate it.
So Bang
No,
Hard
don't-
Seltzers.
No, thank you.
Bang Hard Seltzers brought this bullshit into their life, into my life, and I was disappointed. Ever since then, I can't bring myself to purchase a Bang energy drink. I'm expecting lawsuit level booze, or I mean Sparks, For Loco, Juice. They brought the heat when they came out. Granted, there's some other issues with their marketing to minor, possibly. I don't know. But either way, there's other issues with that. But I was expecting to catch a buzz very easily off of these. I did not. Yes, the flavor tasted spot on to the energy drink counterpart, but you don't drink Bang because of the flavor. You drink it for results. They didn't bring results. And that's a problem. So, anyways, they actually filed bankruptcy because of the lawsuits from Monster Energy Drink, multi other issues with the amount of caffeine. So they were filing for bankruptcy. I'm trying to find the article because I remember I came across one where they said they might be getting a bailout from somebody. But either way, they've had to file bankruptcy because of the lawsuits. And I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty sure that Bang Hard Seltzer also caused a hit too because that was some bullshit. People don't buy it for weak sauce, they bring it for results. You get Bang because you want more bang for your buck. That's simply it. It's not the flavor, it's the results. 99 hard seltzers brings results. 99 doesn't play. They bring that shit every day. There you go. There's your slogan.
Start twerking. You nailed the.
I can't have wireless headphones. I would make it clap.
Yeah. Everybody knows my butt cheeks don't move, so I can't make it clap.
Okay, drink the mango lychee.
I am.
Did you drink it? Did you taste it?
Yeah.
Taste it.
It's better.
So this has a
I've
whole
drunk
different
your
flavor.
lychee.
It has a very butteriness to it.
Yeah,
This has movie theater popcorn.
it actually kind of does. I didn't know what it was, but now that you say that, it tastes like popcorn.
Yeah. It tastes like pop. It tastes like you knew how long it was going to take for the butter to get to the bottom. You loaded that shit up, and then you realize you might have overdone it. You've gotten to the bottom of your popcorn. It's not warm anymore. It's kind of cold, and you get that salty, really greasy, like soaked in just like liquid film in your mouth, and you take a bite of that. You got just like not even full kernels. Some of them are the like not completely 100% popped, and there's just a slight bit of burntness to it. That's what this tastes like with sugar.
And it does taste
Burnt,
like
over buttery,
bit.
salty kettle corn at the bottom of the barrel. Because it
with
has
the lychee
somehow
left over from somebody's drink.
yes. Like there's a buttery burntness to this.
Or lychee. How do you say that?
Lychee?
So I say.
I don't know how
I don't
they
know
got
if
that
it's
flavor.
tomato, or if it's like, hey, pronounce that right.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's something. It is something. I do think it's better than Bang energy drink though.
Yeah, 100%. But I kind of hate these.
I will say by
I
ranting
hate
this,
these.
I have a combination of ranting about these and ranting about Bang. I don't know what I hate more, but this is very buttery.
And I kind of hate it. It's the whole thing. This is too much work for an adult. I came home, I want a drink. I don't want to have to like the thing. I had it in the center for some reason, and it was a bad idea. You have to literally have it on the side, or else.
Oh yeah, I learned that right away.
I was like, you can't treat it like a Capri Sun. You have to like treat it like a bag you're drinking alcohol out of.
I was in a pool.
It's
Why is it so
like
buttery though? I don't understand the butteriness.
Oh yeah, I would put this in lobster.
Oh
Crab
yeah, you could
dish. Just
definitely dip your
marinated.
lobster or your crab in here.
Nope. Oh, it'd be so tasty. It seriously is savory. This is
It
a
is.
savory drink.
Like this is not what I expected when I drank this. Like this and this are completely opposite. This has a lot of flavor, but not the lot of flavor you think of.
No, it's like food. I want it as on my steak, you know?
Like I kind of either want to go to the movies or go to Red Lobster now.
Oh, for sure. A savory drink. It's savory.
It's savory. It is.
It's not sweet. The other one tasted like absolutely nothing. This one is savory.
Yeah. I don't know what the other two taste like. Like I've had lychee like in boba teas because they have the lychee at boba tea where our girl sister works.
Mm-hmm.
And lychee doesn't have that buttery flavor to it. I don't think it does. Like, is lychee supposed to have a buttery flavor to it? Because I've had it in the boba tea things, but I never had it straight up lychee.
No, but I feel like that's a kind of sweetness you're tasting. The rest is buttery lobster.
Yeah. But mango's not buttery.
I think it would complement butter very well. I'm also curious. Get some dried mango, dip it in butter, have a bite.
No. What is
That
happening
would be
here?
tasty. Justin, I have another new weird craving. Butter and mango, dried mango pieces.
Uh,
Because I eat blueberries
Hang on a
and
second. I
cheese.
got to deal with something. I think somebody's fucking with the heater. Van, take it away.
That's how you know he's a grandpa. I think somebody's fucking with the heater. Sorry. Hello, hi, how are you? How are you all doing? Um, oh, 100%. He's not only is he a dad, he's a grandfather. A grandfather. Ice cold. Now you say I can't hear you. I'm gonna say it right now. I really would not recommend these. It's cute in theory because you're like, oh my god, adult juice boxes, but they don't even do the reason for juice boxes. Ice cold. But yeah, I wouldn't get them. Too sticky. It's too sticky. They've missed the whole point of a juice box, I feel. And plus 5%. Plus 5%?
All right. So
5% and I'm the stickiest person. Hello.
what? Are you
Hi.
going off your rent on your buttery's 5% nothingness?
It all sucks, Justin. I don't know what you mean. I don't know why you think the tasty butteriness. I would marinate something in this. This is not an alcohol drink.
I have an idea.
I would cook a chicken. I would put a hen in
It
a
is not a
small
chicken.
bag.
It's not chicken brothy. It's more Joe Crab Shacky.
I could get it there.
All right.
This is a seasoning packet.
Watermelon,
Mhm.
lychee. I'm gonna combine them.
Well, it's gonna taste like turkey marinade.
Turkey marinade.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So Valerie, we all say hi as well.
No, she's barking at Jesse
Mm.
and Matthew.
Mm.
They're right outside my door. All right. I combined them together.
All right. Riddle me this, everybody. This guy, I'm gonna have you take a vote because I'm curious. This guy, he's been saving the last bit of his shots in this tiny bottle.
What?
You know what? Like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we've already talked about it on the podcast before.
Yeah, but all right. He's saying he's gonna throw it in the bag of doom for both of us. It's the spittle of every time he takes a shot out of the thing. It's what's left over. To
There
me,
is not going to be any spittle. Have you seen how I take a shot out
to
of these?
me, this is more dangerous for me than him.
Well, if you got one,
Do you hear? Oh, excuse me, sir. I don't know what to say besides that's still gross.
yeah, we both put one of each.
Yeah, but that's disgusting. Justin, do you want me to spit in your mouth?
No.
I'll walk over there right now and spit in your mouth. If that's what all this is about,
But there's
then
no
why?
spittle in here. Have you seen how I take these shots?
Do you know how I take shots?
What?
Spittle all day, every day. I'm going toot toot toot, spitting stuff out.
What? You spit back in there. I let it pour out.
I
just
know.
accept my fate
But
and
you-
go for it.
Okay, but do you understand what I'm saying? That's gross. He's at
Either
least
way.
been freezing it, so it's not like spit just drying out in the sun.
It's not just spit.
Does it exist at all anymore?
Through it.
I was just like, I don't know, sir. I'll throw up. There's a 90% chance I'll throw up. I don't care how you drink your shit. All I'm going to be thinking about is this is Justin's leftovers.
Hey, we're not that bottom. I'm just saying.
Two wrongs don't make a right, brah. I would just pour some in a thing, cause I'm class. Oh shit!
Oh, so you're the bougie one now?
Shit! Just for right now. As in, I don't want people to chug my saliva. I think that's fine.
Anyways. We've got the boozing news. Bang is a bunch of bitches. Now they're getting sued. Now they're filing bankruptcy. I heard somewhere somebody was bailing them out, but I can't find that article anymore. So I don't know. Maybe that fell through. But Monster's pretty pissed with them. A lot of people are pissed. I forgot why Monster's pissed with them.
Didn't they do some sort of copyright? Not copyright, but like some advertisement that infringed on their business. They said something. I think they were talking shit. Were they talking shit?
No.
I can't remember the whole issue. But
I don't remember what it was, but Monster sued Bang. People are suing Bang.
do you have any more of these?
I just combined the last two that I had.
Okay, well, seltzer. This would have been good in the seltzer. A meat seltzer.
How
that's
is it going to be?
marinated.
Oh, because
I'd
butter
bake a
lobster.
turkey in this. Thanksgiving?
Oh, we can make gravy.
Oh my god. This would be delicious gravy. This is a turkey gravy.
Yeah. Like the butteriness still comes through when I mix them together. Mix them together. Pour some watermelon in there. Taste it.
I have a hole. I don't have a hole. Where's the other one?
I don't know.
I look up. What happened?
What did you do with it?
All right, I'm gonna be gentle with this one. I'm gonna make
Pour them
sure it's
together.
sealed first. Do that, everybody. Make sure your thing is sealed first.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Hold that crap, and then peel it because it's just gonna get all over the place. Yeah, I don't like these. I kind of hate them.
No.
I was so excited. Nope. Close them. Because you have to make sure it's closed. You have to make sure it's closed
Yeah.
when you pull off the straw, because that'll send alcohol everywhere.
Did you mix them together already?
No, Justin, I'm still fucking opening this stupid fucking thing.
Oh.
Sorry. I hate this. I legitimately hate these. Not in a...
Well,
I'm actually mad, but I'm just like, it's a process.
let me get into the While We Were Young festival.
Get it? Yes, please.
So the first 2 days took place this weekend. I think there's another part that takes place next weekend. I'm not sure. So there's been a whole lot of controversy about the While We Were Young festival, which I'm gonna be honest, somebody pointed out it is just like an overpriced Vans Warped Tour. A lot of the bands that are on there are the same ones that we saw at Warped Tour. This year was particularly very emo heavy. I'm not an emo kid. I'm a punk rocker, but Blink 182, Green Day, Offspring, and MXPX is going to be playing next year, and I got excited. But tickets are like $500 and something dollars. If you want to do a hotel and ticket package, I didn't even know if that was for day one or for day. But either way, it's like $800 per person. And what was the most we spent for Vans Warped Tour? $35?
60.
Was it 60? Was it that
at
much?
the most?
Either way, it was $100. I've seen Bad Religion. I've seen Real Big Fish. I've seen Less Than Jake several times. I've seen, I think Pierce the Veil was there too, and I didn't care for that. They were kind of weird.
There were, when we were going to Warp Tour, I don't know when is Warp Tour still here?
No.
Yeah. Before we were going,
I think 2018 was the last Warp Tour ever.
there were some great bands.
Mm.
Like we missed Flogging Molly just because they took our station off.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't get to go see is when Rancid played. So I have not seen Rancid live yet. And it hurts my soul.
We saw Black Flag, right? Or not Black Flag.
We saw everybody except for Henry Rollins' Black Flag.
No.
So
who was the people we saw last one? Because it was big. I remember
the very last one we saw, Less Than Jake was there.
Less Than Jake is always there. Like,
I've seen NoFX twice there.
Yep, didn't like them.
What?
Yeah, don't you remember they did so many like racist jokes? I felt so uncomfortable.
Because one guy was Jewish, one guy was Mexican, and the other guy was German.
But then when it came to like, oh, there's no black people in our crowd or whatever, and then there was two of us, and I was like, oh, I don't feel comfortable anymore. I was like, yeah, it was one of those things. Same with Blink 182. I went to see them one year, and they did a lot of racist jokes, and I'm like, I'm in high school.
I didn't see Blink
like
182.
It's like being in high school.
I didn't see Blink 182 when they were there.
Yeah,
I sure NoFX. I don't remember. I remember them making a Jewish joke, a Mexican joke, and a German.
They had. You don't remember?
No.
Well, of course you don't. But like, they had the I don't know what kind of dolls you would call them, but remember they were like they had the little hat on. I don't know if they're like Quaker hats. I don't know what you would call them. And then the little dolls, and they had flat faces, and then they had like eyes and stuff painted on them, and then they had like the flat. It was like a Raggedy Ann, but like a.
Yeah, they were Jewish.
And they had a black one, a white one, whatever. But the whole time it was just like, dude, I get what they were trying to do, but it's like I'm in high school and it's racist jokes all day, and I would like to go to a concert and not have to. Like I get it, like.
I think one was a Mexican one, a German one, and a Hebrew one.
No.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
No, you don't. And I'm kind of like, you wouldn't. It was very uncomfortable for me. Same with Blink 182. Like Mike was just like,
yeah,
he was just like.
I know.
Yeah,
I remember the Jewish jokes, and I remember the German jokes, and I remember the Mexican jokes. Because the Jewish jokes were made by the Jew, the Mexican jokes were made by the Mexican.
And he was just like, "There's no black people in the crowd anyway." And then there was two of us, and everybody kept pointing to us, and I was just like, "This is not what I wanted out of my day out."
You know what? Maybe I do remember that.
You do remember that, and I
Yeah,
was
I
just
do remember
like,
that because I remember I looked
it
at
was
you
one of
guys and
those
I was
things
like,
where I was just like, "Fuck!" I have to deal with kids every day saying the N word, looking at me, being like, "Oh, did we fuck up?" And it's like, I don't know, kid. Do you have hate in your heart? I don't know what to tell you. And then it's like, yeah. And then it's like I went to this concert and I was just like, God, everybody's pointing at me like I'm like a pariah. And I was just like, this sucks. And then the Blink 182 thing, there was a couple race jokes, and I'm just like, I'm in high school. I'm just in high school. I paid money to be here.
when did you
Like,
see Blink 182 in high school?
Blink 182, um, what's it? My Chemical Romance, and
Was that
somebody
when I
else.
was in Florida?
I don't know.
Because I
It
remember
was in
when
high school. It was at the Hard Rock Casino.
yeah, I didn't.
Blink 182 also did some like kind of whatever, and I was just like, no, thank you. Mike was talking about it. I was like, been there, saw that. What? It was very uncomfortable because it's just like it was one of those things. Like I'm okay with racist jokes. It just has to be funny, and then it's like when you're doing like street jokes that I'm hearing in school, and I paid money to come see you, and it's kind of like. Mm. It was just, and because you know why I was really pissed off? If we would have been in crowd on floor, probably wouldn't have been as pissed off. But we were at the whatever the Hard Rock Casino thing was, and there was floor, then a whole thing of tables, and then where seating actually starts. And there's nobody at these tables, so we're just like even further away from the show. And then there's like all this grass and all these other people, and I'm like, why even show up? Like, if you don't get floor, it's not worth it.
Yeah, I was not there for that. 'Cause I
Yeah, it
didn't
was a
see
crazy. It's just one of those things because I feel like that was emo. People would say I was emo back in the day. Like, you saw me in the uniform, you know
Yeah,
what's up.
that's true.
But like, it was one of those things where it was just like you'd show up and you didn't know who you were meeting, how people are. Like, yeah, and I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel safe. I was just like, oh,
That's
never
reasonable.
mind, white folk. Never mind.
That's reasonable.
I don't think that's reasonable as the answer to that.
No, yeah, I don't know how to respond to that.
It's reasonable I felt that way, but I just feel like that was a vibe though back in the day for most people.
What?
Like I think there was a lot of racism in the scene vibe, you know?
Oh yeah.
Like Warp Tour was very like, what am I gonna get? And the kids you were going to
Well, I
school
mean,
with who were
Jeffree
very
Star
same
was
like,
on Warp Tour several times,
I saw Jeffree Star on
and
Warp Tour.
he's said some pretty, or she. I don't know.
I have I have a signed Beauty Killer T-shirt from Jeffree Star.
That's right, you do.
I do, and
And he said some pretty terrible things.
yeah, honestly, but that was a lot of people. The Shane Dawson thing, I remember
Oh,
Shane Dawson being kind of weird, but I thought like all the kids back then, that's just how they were. Like in middle school, like everybody was seen and they were all slightly racist. Let's all say the N word. Let's all do whatever. Like Shane Dawson shit. I remember my best friend showing me that and being like, what the fuck do I say? Like, that's weird. Like, I don't know. Like, okay. There were so many things like being a emo-ish scene. I never considered myself emo or scene, but you know, people did.
Yeah,
So that's the best I could do for the state I was in, I guess, in middle school and high school.
you were definitely. I would say you leaned emo. Like I didn't know emo was a thing for a long time. I thought emo was a derogatory term for Eskimo, and I found Eskimo isn't a derogatory term and Inuit's proper term.
I thought it was
So
emu for a good amount of time. I
no,
don't know if
emu's an
any of you,
animal.
I don't know if any of you know Quizilla, but I swear to God, Quizilla, I was on there taking a test and they were like, "Are you emu?" And I was like, "That's what it is." And so I think it was your ex-wife who was like, "No, it's emo, emotional." And I was like, "Oh,
I don't know. All I remember is I just remember he kept hearing that, and they said it on like the radio and stuff. And I remember looking at somebody and I go, "Why does everybody hate Eskimos so much?" And then I
well now you can."
realized that's a derogatory term. And I was like, "Ah, why does everybody hate Inuits so much?" And now I feel like I've said that term so many times, we're probably gonna be canceled now, or at least I am. But I don't mean it as being disrespectful. God damn it!
I'm glad we're no longer connected at the hip.
I just
We're no longer Siamese twins.
I just wish everybody treated everybody with respect.
Is that a derogatory term? Siamese twins? Should be, I feel.
It might be. I don't even know anymore.
Who knows? But I don't know. It was one of those things. I've being a like black, uh, you know, cradle of filth was something that I was all about for like a good portion of my life. I
Five
would
Finger
definitely.
Death Puncher. That lead singer's a terrible person.
What
Like
happened there?
he's very like he's a MAGA person.
I don't know. I try not to.
I don't know. I just
People have reasons they follow political figures. It's what you do outside of politics that I'm interested in a little bit.
so okay. Hang on. I need to get to it because I was about to get to the anime that I'm watching. But while you were young, Fast,
Mm.
the whole purpose of me talking about it is Sunday it got canceled because in the whole beginning there was this whole thing about it being like, is this going to be Firefest 2.0, which I believe we did an episode on Firefest on the sham and the fraud that it was. I've seen the YouTube channels, I've seen the documentaries, I've seen everything about it. The only difference between Firefest and the When We Were Young Fest is Live Nation is a major company and they got money to put towards it. The problem is they're also cheap bastards because capitalism sucks balls and they're going to try to squeeze every dime out of you that they can. Because When We Were Young tour is essentially Vans Warp Tour, but they're charging you 500 some bucks instead of 30 bucks or 60 bucks for. And you're seeing all the same fucking bands. Anyways, Live Nation is crappy capitalist pieces of shit, and I fucking hate corporate bullshit, and fuck capitalism, fuck democracy, because it's not fucking working, because conservatism, and fuck you for pretending like you care about rights when you want to take them all away. Anyways, anger over with. They're spending lots of money. The first week got canceled because Live Nation didn't prepare for the winds. It's the fucking Southwest. It gets windy as fuck. There's hurricane winds on a regular basis. It just doesn't bring all that rain. They weren't prepared for it. They had to cancel the first day. It sounds like the second day went off pretty good. They have a rotating stage. It seems kind of cool, so they can prepare. And actually, the second day seemed like it went off without a hitch. And now I'm thinking maybe I might try to come up with the money and go to Vegas next year on my birthday and go see Green Day, Blink 182. Although now that I hear some of the stuff, maybe I don't want to see them. But MXPX, but at the same time, all the MXPX shows I went to were like $15 for free. So I don't know how I feel about paying $500 to go see MXPX. But I'm also going to see Offspring, Green Day. Some 41's okay.
When I think of MXPX, I promised my mother I would quit listening to Korn in exchange to listen to MXPX, Pillar, POD,
What?
all these. Yeah, because MXPX is considered a Christian punk band.
They are a Christian punk band. That was the only punk music
Well,
I used
then,
to be able to
there
listen
you go.
to.
So
But
I had
as
to give up. In 6th grade, we went and saw Korn. She told me, "You're allowed to go if you give it all up." That's what she
but then I
told me.
took you to see through Corn 3 more
She's like,
times.
I'll buy you. Yeah, that's true. I'll buy you MXPX Pillar CDs because Pillar was the band we saw at a church event. And they fucking nailed it. And I was like, I didn't know church music could sound like something. You know?
We had mosh
Like,
pits at the church before.
yeah, yeah. And
I remember
everybody got
mosh
in
pit
trouble
DC
because
Talk.
that's not the
We had a
life.
mosh pit DC Talk at the time and Jars of Clay.
This kid Arthur. He we had a he started a mosh pit and we were at church camp and he got in so much trouble, but I was just like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is when Pillar was there, I was shocked. Like, I was like, Lord, take me. This is amazing. I've never heard a band that is supposed to be more rock and roll. MXPX too. But then it was like, yeah, they just don't they don't enjoy the vibe in church things. Like it's yeah. I've
Those
been
sort of,
to a lot of church camps.
Five Iron Frenzy, the OC Supertones.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's cool, but like I was supposed to give up my whole uh what I thought at the time was
I've
my
been there.
identity for
I've been there.
MXPX Pillar and
I used to have White Zombie.
POD.
Yeah, I used to have White
Youth of a
Zombie,
Nation.
Marilyn Manson, Metallica, and Slayer hidden from my mom. I remember when I was buying Slayer albums, I had to buy Seasons in the Abyss because it was the only one that had crosses that were upright and did not have a pentagon on it. A pentagram, sorry. Same thing. Evil resides.
It was nice. My mother was actually like, she liked some Korn songs.
Oh, but that's because of me. That's because of me. I paved the way.
She
Do you
liked
know how
Twisted
long?
Transistor.
Do you
That
know?
was me.
Do you know how long I wanted a Sex Pistols album, but I could not buy it because of the name of the band? I have seen Sex Pistols albums, never mind the Bullocks, at the flea market since I was a wee lad. And for some reason, it always drew my attention. I felt that punk vibe from like early stages in life. It was Green Jello and White Zombie because the Sci-Fi Channel and
Oh my god.
Spider-Man Maximum Carnage on the Super Nintendo that introduced me to Green Jello, and then Sci-Fi hosted. Rob White Zombie hosted a Sci-Fi Channel thing. And those bands just like set my future from there on out. And I had to hide so much shit because mom was like, "No, you can't listen to that kind of music." Marilyn Manson had 2 concerts canceled because of freaking protesters here in our city.
Well, Marilyn Manson isn't someone to talk about these days.
That's true. Because it turned out
I would not throw
he
him
was a
in.
piece of shit. That turned out to be a
Hurrah.
piece of shit. So, but either way, I'm just saying, at that time, it was the whole Satanism thing. But there was like, I couldn't listen to Fleetwood Mac because of a movie that mom made me watch that she got from the church library. It's called
Oh,
Hell's Bells.
some of the church movies I saw really fucked me up.
Oh yeah.
Left Behind actually really fucked me up. I
Oh
was
yeah.
so afraid I'd wake up and nobody would be there but
Oh.
fucking clothing. My mom left one time and there was a jacket sitting on on the couch and everybody was gone. I'd been left behind. I was young
Oh, fuck.
because I was sleeping and I woke up and I was just like everybody's gone. Everybody's dead. I'm the only one.
Well, that's it. I
I
just
thought I
remember.
knew my uh religion. I thought I knew my choice, but everybody's gone. So I must have been.
I just remember going to the church. I had to have been in like fourth grade, maybe fifth grade, when we started going to the church.
I hate these things. Justin, I'm officially mad.
And I just remember going to the church, and I was in this like Bible study class for kids. And the first time I heard abortion, it was the most graphic, horrible thing I'd ever heard. And I just thought that's what all abortions were like. And I was anti abortion for the rest of my life. It wasn't until later that I found out more about it and like became a paramedic and understand medical shit. But like they always pointed it as like you're about to have the baby and they just suck the brains out with a vacuum cleaner that has a spike on the end. And it was like the most graphic, horrible thing. I remember the videos, the animations for it. It was fucking disturbing. And I was traumatized. And then my mom wonders why I became the gothic punk rock dude that I became. I refuse to say I was emo because that was before I was not emotional. I controlled my emotions and I hated everybody.
I'm emotional all day, every day, baby.
That's true.
I'm on various things to try and stop it. Yes.
Ah,
I don't know. Um,
come on. I got it. Best the bottom. Show the bottom. You're fucking hilarious. By the way,
show
Cornholio
the bottom.
Play-Doh.
I'll
That
look away.
that's
Show the bottom. Who are you? Show the bottom.
uh, look. This isn't OnlyFans. This is Twitch. And then
Cut.
ladle, 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 ladle.
I would love to see you. Speaking of SpongeBob, cut to you doing a David Hasselhoff on the floor.
The
Let's
camera
show the
doesn't get me on
bottom.
the floor. You know how
Hmm?
small this room is. There's
I
no
do
floor to me
know.
lay down on.
I do know.
And I don't have a cheeseburger. So right now, I broke into this. The Crook and Marker. The Paloma. It is terrible. Diane, you took all the good beverages.
I didn't.
The only thing, okay.
I didn't.
You did leave me a Paloma Crooked Maker, and you left me a.
I left you beers,
You left me a
legitimate
dude,
beers.
and you left me a. I think you left me the meat seltzer or the meat cider.
Because that's for you. You chose a meaty beverage. That's on you.
You left me all the terrible stuff. You remember the Crooked Makers were terrible, and it tastes terrible now. I'm drunk as shit, and it
Do you
tastes
want to
fucking
talk
terrible.
about the event that led us here?
This tastes terrible. No.
That's what I thought. So,
Well, yeah, honestly, the event wasn't my fault. But
it's your fault too. Honey Bunches of Oat. Whose cats didn't have food?
okay, I thought
All
they
right,
had more than I thought.
I paid for that whole excursion because I had to pay Deborah back.
Oh. All
And
good
then
looking.
also other things.
But those weren't me.
Yeah, well,
By the way, you could have took the Crooks and Maker.
you know what?
I
did
mean,
steal
either
some good stuff. I stole
like
some Shock Top. I did steal some.
either you could have left me one good thing. Actually, left me one good thing. You could have
I
left me
left
good,
you
good thing,
multiple good things.
or you could have at least. No, you didn't. The Crooks and Maker. There's the dude, and then there's Meat Drink. Those were the three that you left me.
They fit your personality.
One of those is delicious.
That's what I want to see you drink. Drink those things.
Well, right now I'm drinking the Crook and Maker, and I fucking hate it. I drank this bullshit. Now I'm drinking this bullshit. It's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah, well, that's what I want from you. So
It's all
continue to
bullshit.
drink the bullshit.
I didn't even get into the whole thing with the While We Were Young Fest, which honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the lineup for this year looked like trash to me. I don't care about Avril Lavigne. I listened to one My Chemical Romance song, and
Don't even start with me. My Chemical Romance. It is
Paramore.
amazing.
Paramore.
Paramore was not for me.
Paramore is fine enough, but I don't care.
I like Misery Business,
AFI is.
and they don't do that until recently.
Oh, I didn't get to the whole thing. So I will say these emo bands pulled through, and my heart was warmed. So I didn't get to the whole thing. So day one was canceled. I think day one was canceled, but so Hawthorne Heights and several other bands hosted free shows. There's a bunch of bands that got together with their hotels or different venues, and they hosted free shows. Katy Perry brought some of the emo kids on stage, because Katy Perry apparently played Warped Tour several times.
Yeah, I actually think I might have seen Katy Perry.
And
I used to do Warp Tour all the time.
There were some DJs that were like in the middle of the strip that started playing a bunch of emo music, and they got a bunch of crowds. There was a bunch of shit that kind of came together like at the last minute and gave at least people that paid a shit ton of money to be there, that came across the world to see this emo fest. So I will say all that shit came together and it was solid. And you know what? I give my respect. There's some other venues that charge money for concerts, like 80 and $40. I mean, it's still a little bit more money, but there's still like multiple venues that so you can spread out throughout the city and at least caught some of the bands, which is still bullshit because they did give refunds for the tickets themselves, but some people flew from across the world to see Avril Lavigne. I don't know. Wait, you know, to each their own.
Hell yeah, I'm the motherfucking princess.
But either way, there was the shit that came together was kind of impressed me because I was on TikTok because at the shop it was a slow day. I had a few piercings in between, but the start of the start of my TikToks was a bunch of emo kids crying that the show was canceled, and people walking. A lot of people making the joke that, oh, so is the Vegas Strip the Boulevard of Broken Dreams? Is it the Black Parade? There was a bunch of jokes like that, and it got old really fast. It's like, oh, yours, quick one. Either way, there's a bunch of that shit going, and then all of a sudden it started with Hawthorne Heights was posting a video themselves saying, we're going to talk to the hotel we're staying at and see if we can set up a free show. There's a lot of free shows that end up happening, and that's pretty awesome. The only that sucks is I feel bad for the people that couldn't get into the show, or because like most of the venues were small. There's like 80,000 emo kids wandering the strip trying to get into shows, and most of these places are like 100, 500 max. But they did have some shows that were on the street, which proves the whole thing that Live Nation canceled the show because The city said that they were canceled because they weren't prepared for high winds, but yet there was lots of other outdoor shows that had high winds, and they still pulled it out with a hitch. So Live Nation to prepare themselves because fuck capitalism, and they were lazy, corporate greed. Fuck you, pig fat bitches.
Mm.
And they weren't prepared, so shit had to be redone, and they were supposedly prepared. And Saturday, I guess, went off without a hitch, so that's good. It wasn't quite a fire fest, and the emo community came together and did some impressive things. And you know what? I gave you respect. I love you guys. The show must go on. Roast beef.
I say God bless. um, yes, fiance. I don't know. Warp Tour was my favorite thing for a long time because there was a
Oh,
lot
I
of
love
random
Warped Tour. You got to meet most of the bands too.
Yeah, but who cares?
Me,
I met Jeffree
look,
Star,
I'm just saying.
and it was one of those things where it's like you realize, oh, these
I'm just
people
saying.
owe
Me and
you
the
nothing.
Octobats had a connection.
Yeah,
At least MC Bat Commander. Me and him, like the roadie, had to break us up because we were having like deep conversations. We connected. We could have been best friends had they not interrupted our conversation. We were this close to exchanging cell phone numbers.
like I was in 6th grade, I think my first.
Like just like me and Ryan Philippi. We're best friends.
Yeah, I believe it.
Although I'm not gonna lie, I'm more excited about the friendship that me and MC Bat Commander are developing over Ryan Philippi. Don't all due respect, Ryan.
Let me see this
You're a lovely guy.
because
What?
I really equate my Jeffree Star experience to the recent ladies experience with Jamie Laurie Strode. Halloween.
I didn't see the latest movie.
Well, that's her name, but what's her name? The actress.
Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. I couldn't think of it. People have been talking shit about her, and it's like, when you meet a famous person, you can't expect them to give a fuck about anything you say because they're hearing it 20 billion times a day. And if they don't know who you are, it's kind of like, sorry.
Yes, but me and MC Bat Commander started breaking that conversation.
I'm not saying you and MC Bat Commander didn't have that, but there's this thing against Jamie Lee Curtis that she's been shitty to the other, like the Rob Zombie, Laurie Strode, and the other lady who played her daughter. And people are just like, oh, that's fucked up. And it's just like, she don't know you. I don't know why you thought you could walk up to a stranger and be like, I love you so much. And that person would be like, hey, I have no clue who you are. Like,
yeah,
that's weird.
That's reasonable.
Sometimes I'm just like, admiration is not flattery.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'm just saying, me and MC Bat Commander, we had a moment. And had
Kinda
not
like,
been interrupted
what did you...
because there was 7 people behind us. We could have been best friends.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I have famous people's numbers. I just choose chicken texting back.
FTP, Justin. I really do.
All right, go pee. Just saying, I've met some people that have significance, and I just can't text them back because I'm not important. I have a 12th rate podcast. I'm a reverend, and I pierce sticks for a living. That's all I got for me, and it's hard to build a proper friendship with an adult. Have you tried to build a friendship as an adult? That shit is fucking hard. I'm not dropping names. I ain't saying. I've known some people, and me and MC Bat Commander were really close, or could have been. It was that. It was this close to being. Uh, there was a connection. There was a connection, and it would have been great. I could have learned his real name, which I probably could still if I looked it up on Google. But look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm lazy. I'd rather have a real one-on-one conversation with MC Bat Commander because the Aquabats are great. Now, Eagle Bones Falconheart, he was a nice guy, but he seems standoffish, which could be he's an introvert. I get it. I respect you. I respect all the Aquabats and Real Big Fish. Real Big Fish, I didn't have that great of connection with. They also like Aaron Barrett seemed like a great guy, but he had shit to do. But you know what? Beeps and a moneymaker. Beeps, she gave me a sweaty hug, and Beeps is fantastic. That is a great band. And it wasn't even out of the line to do signups. I was just wandering around, and she said, "Who wants a sweaty hug?" And I gave her a sweaty hug. She's Beeps and the Moneymakers is recommended. Check them out. They're a great ska band. They play the kazoo. It's fucking amazing. They're a great band. I appreciate all ska music. I appreciate anybody. Art is, art would not make art makes the world go round. Art and science, they're one of the most important things. Everything else can go fuck itself. Express your art, learn what you can, know what you know. And I don't know where I was going with any of this conversation. I'm just filling time. Diane has to pee. I'm out of beverage. I'm down to some old shit, some crooked marker, and it tastes fucking bad. The Sun Ice tasted bad. It all tasted bad. We need to get to the point where we give the rating on how we felt about this. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to start right now. This is not hopeful. This is not hopeful. I'm going to give it a little quick rundown right now. So, the way we do this is you got your 0 out of 5 Vince Russo's. Oh shit, I did it wrong. 6 out of 5 Owen Hart and Brody Lee Memorial Beverage. This is like the out of the park best beverages. Your main eventers, your 5 out of 5s. Upper mid card, 4 out of 5. 3 out of 5 is your mid card. Lower mid card is 2 out of 5. 1 out of 5 is Jobber. And your 0 out of 5 are Vince Russo's. So, Dan, Sun Ice. The Sun Ice.
I would say 0 to 0.
It's
I mean
buttery.
0. No, because that'd be 100%. 0 out of 6.
It's buttery, but it's also bland.
Are we cooking a lobster? Are we doing something with some sort of savoriness? We ain't.
I mean, it might taste
Justin,
like
I'm
Rich's asshole.
picky. And I hate every moment of it. It's like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna do an adult Capri Sun, and then it's gross and it's sticky, and
All
you
right.
can't open it without getting sticky.
So you
These
remember
were already sticky. They're gross.
The last Vince Russo
Eh.
was an MLM.
Bitch, I ain't trying to be sticky for the rest of my life to drink your fucking adult Capri Sun that isn't even a Capri Sun.
Is this as bad as an MLM?
Yes. Because it's messier. It's the messiest drink I've ever drank on this show.
That's true. I'm sticky.
It's disgusting. I hate it.
I mean, usually I'm only sticky because I did a shotgun later. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen tonight.
It sucks. I hate these 100%. The taste is like it's 5%, so the taste of nothing does nothing. It's not an addition.
So, are we giving it the Vince Russo?
Justin, if we didn't take double shots, we wouldn't feel nothing and we'd just be covered in stick.
That's true.
I hate this. I hate this.
All right. It's a Vince Russo.
It's
0 to 5,
the
it's dog shit.
most zero I've ever had for anything we've ever drank. Like, I hate it. There's no part of me that
You hate
enjoys
this
it.
more than MLM?
I hate you betcha. Because it's like,
Oh,
you're
you went
supposed to love
Minnesota
it
on
because
that.
it's an adult jukebox.
A juice pouch.
We center ourselves and we begin again.
Is it worse than
Juice
this? Do
box.
you remember how bad these were?
Buy all of those you want, you'll get where you need to be. You'll be covered in stick if you buy these. I think it's like y'all remembered Capri Suns. You love that shit. And it's like, this is not possible. If I was wasted, can you imagine carrying around a Ziploc baggie of booze? This is stupid.
That's true.
I hate them. I think this is my least favorite drink I've ever.
You know what? I'll respect it. We'll give it the Vince Russo.
It's a 0.
I just want to provoke some thought. I want to get an honest statement, and I can live with that, because honestly, I was in a pool and it had running water. It was delightful, but this ruined the pool for me.
Pour it in a freaking cup and drink like a normal person.
And give it some flavor.
Yes.
Just not butter.
It tastes like.
It was terrible.
I hate it. 0 out of 0. 0 out of 5, 6.
You know what though? This is the best of the bottom. We're bottom class people drinking bottom shelf booze. And please, like, share, subscribe on the YouTubes. Check us out on twitch.tv/bottomclass. Give us a follow. We'd appreciate those things. Here are some social media sites over here. Bottom Class, at Bottom Class for Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. At Pink Street, at Pink_Street_tattoos_piercings. That's our shop in El Paso on the northeast side, 8500 Dyer Street, Suite 13. I pierce, Kurt Tattoos. We do a great job. We love your faces. And I'm still in shit from Philip DeFranco because I'm drunk and I'm lazy and I gotta pee again. And we love you.
You beautiful bastards.
Yes, you beautiful bastards.
Kanye's done something again.
Oh yeah, Kanye's an anti-Semitic fucker. I didn't even get to that. There's a lot of psychological issues. Maybe we'll get to it later. Hopefully nobody died by then. But we appreciate you. Click those bells. Get the notifications. Give us a follow. We love you, and we will see you next time. Bring that shit in. Tastes pretty good.